Hey there, Mickey Barfield with the Polyhedral Knights, here to do my part 2 vlog of Southern Gothic, and today we're going to be talking about Loas, which are linked to voodoo, which in the game you could play a holy person who is a voodoo practitioner who has connections to the Loas. You could also take minor Loas as somebody else who is not a holy person, just has a connection to one of these minor Loas. We'll get into that a little bit later on with more character development, but we've been doing some more developing on the Loas and what they can do and what they can offer the player characters. We'll even have certain naughty ones for the bad guys, and that's my phone. I need to shut up here. Anyways, fix the phone issue. So, yeah, minor Loas. Right now, the ones we have listed are, and keep in mind, I'm probably going to butcher some names here, and also please keep in mind that these are very loose interpretations, and I know even with voodoo there are different groups that have different interpretations of these Loas and what they do, what they don't do, that kind of thing here. This is really designed specifically for this game, so there are some liberties taken, so please grant us some leeway on this, please. But we think they'll still be very playable and enjoyable and give you that definite feel for what you're playing here. So one of them is Agsu, and what Agsu as a minor Loa can do is offer what they call damaging hands. So when they're doing like a hand-to-hand or whatnot, they can do extra damage. Also too, it's said that perhaps also too that these hands take on a certain crustacean, crab-like quality and toughness and ability to really put a pounding on somebody. Agwe, that is the Loa of the sea, and allows for regular movement through the water rather than normal swimming. You can move just as fast through the water. Also too, the Loa allows you the ability to breathe underwater. The other one is Azan. This one is a protector against evil spirits, helps ward them off. So whenever you have activated this Loa, any kind of nasty evil creature around you is going to have some issues even being near you. Petit Pierre likes to cause arguments. So by activating this Loa, you could kind of be a pot stirrer and get maybe some minor goons bickering with each other and whatnot, and it could help out. So that's pretty useful. Rada, some would argue this is actually a major Loa, but right now we're using Rada for this here, which is an emotional stability, one to comfort and help out. And there's lots of avenues and ways to heal somebody physically, but in this game you want to be able to restore your stability, because there's some shit out there that's going to cause you to, and Rada can actually help restore and heal that. Simbi is known to be kind of the guardian of springs and marshes, but also healing and treatment of supernatural illnesses. And this Loa can help heal people and also take away certain illnesses or supernatural illnesses. It can be a little fickle sometimes, and also if you want to harm somebody, you could harm them too, or give them some kind of supernatural illness. Okay, so I'm going to hop over to the major Loas, and the first one's going to be Oguan. Again, apologies on some of the mispronunciations here. This one's the Loa of the warrior. So what he does is offers like a bonus to initiative, and also for damage when the character's doing damage, hand-to-hand or melee attacks. So he's kind of known to be the warrior Loa and a blacksmith Loa also. Okay, and then there's Loco. Not Loco, but Loco. Loa the healer. And this one's much more powerful than the minor one here. This one can heal both physical and stability as well, and can do a lot more giving back to the person who's injured. So then there's Dambala Wido. This is Loa of knowledge. So primordial father of creation, obviously knows a lot of things. Now, this can be used towards non-combat skills for bonuses. Even if you don't know something, you call upon this, you get at least a +4. Ain't much, but when you add that to the attribute, you got a chance of maybe knowing something. And so this lets them kind of pull things out of thin air that they may not know, but the Loa can actually whisper to them and tell them things about what they need. Arzuli Danto, Loa of the Protector. So this one, she definitely is kind of like the motherly type who looks to protect her children and people and those who are vulnerable and those who are in need or feel betrayed. This is a Loa to call upon. Now this Loa here can offer protection as far as like damage resistance and for movement, so the person can either get away or escape some harm. Arzuli Frida is the Loa of Seeing. She's linked to beauty, love, and waking dreams. Basically in the game, the person who has access to this Loa can do astral projection and kind of seek out and kind of spy on things or people or hear things, and you can travel pretty far with this here. The only people who could see your astral spirit is somebody who might have like some sort of second sight, usually a warlock or something like that could see that. And there is a risk that if they wanted to try and attack your astral spirit, you could do that, but those are details we can get into later. Sogbo, Loa of Lightning. This one's kind of a weird one. This one here, you can call upon the Loa to strike lightning to stones. And what happens is these stones get charged and they hold this lightning, and they're called thunderstones. And the person can use them, they can actually pick them up, the person who has a connection to the Loa. They can pick them up to either throw them at a target or hold them and bash them. And essentially that becomes a carried attack with lightning. This can be pretty powerful and pretty nasty. And there's a certain amount you can carry on the person. I think it's 4. I'll look it up. But you get the idea. Okay, then we have the last one, Ishu, the Loa, the Trickster Loa. Now this one, kind of good and bad. He'll give you something, but he'll turn around and slap you too. So what you can do is actually, he's a messenger between humans and other realms, but you can also use him to communicate to somebody else. And there's no range, and you have a short window to talk to that person, almost like a telepathy type thing. The other way you can use them too is actually for a bit of a luck type thing, like if you want to re-roll something, you can do that. So you call upon that, re-roll something, that's great. The bad part is later on the GM can say, you know what, you've got a great roll there, I'm going to have you re-roll and take the worst one. So every good thing you get from him as far as a re-roll, the GM can potentially slap you with a chance of getting a bad roll, you know, just by re-rolling one thing. So it's kind of a give and take, but it was too fun not to put into this one. And I can see how some people would be tempted to use it. Hell, I'd probably be tempted to use it. So anyways, those are some of the minor Loas and some of the major Loas. And we're not going to cover the bad ones, you know, right now. Those would be more towards the adversarial area there. But it gives you an idea as far as when you're playing somebody who is linked to that, like a holy person, or has abilities to tap into the Loas, what you can actually play with. I know I didn't give any hard detail mechanics for that, but we're still just kind of giving you more and more of a feel for what the game's evolving to and whatnot. I might tweak some of these a little bit here, might add some, I doubt I'll take away some, but I'll probably add some more. So just be ready for that. Anyways, once again, thank you very much for believing in this project, supporting us, and checking out this video. Hopefully it was worth it. If there's more you'd like to see or hear about, put it down below. Also, too, if you're not a member of Patreon, it's pretty cheap. You know, I'd appreciate that if you could. And we have certain giveaways you can do, or not giveaways, but things we give for people who are members and have access to. And certain polls, too, as well. And once something becomes more digestible, we'll put some stuff up that you guys can see. And again, just if you know anybody who's interested in things like this, pass the word along. And even though they may have missed a Kickstarter, they can still at least be ready for when this comes out. If they want to buy it or get any access to it. And like I said, if you have any ideas or comments or suggestions, just write them in the comment. I'm happy to hear that. Thanks and have a great day.